I'm Alexander Joyce, and I'm here with Josh Ross. He's the president and CEO of a company called KLaunch, a artificial intelligence conversation company, if you will. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I may have said it backwards, but Josh, I'm here with you because I admire your work, right? And I think that I consider you a friend, and I want our listeners and I want our viewers to maybe learn a little bit more about business functionality, business from a higher level, right? Mm-hmm. Because people walk in our office and they want to start businesses. We deal directly with a lot of business owners. If they're small and starting, maybe they're scaling and they have operational agreement issues, or they have tax issues, or they have legal issues from all over the board, right? Yeah. And so maybe just kind of walk us through your venture, right? Or one of them, one of your stories,
one of the ventures,
right?
I think, we've had some conversation off camera and talking about the structure of companies, the strategy around companies, the financial planning that's associated with that. The operating agreement is something as an entrepreneur, even in a small organization, is so critical, because you never know, when you have a passion project as an entrepreneur, you never know where that's going to go.
You don't.
You never know how far that's going to, grow. And so, looking back on my story, I started a telecommunications company in 2007. I had a vision and passion for telecommunications, and I really wanted to be able to give back to people through that organization, not understanding the importance of what we were building at that particular point in time, or the structure and strategy that was needed at the beginning.
Just a vision.
That was just a vision, yeah.
Right,
and so, coming out of the gate with a bunch of passion, got a lot of energy, got a lot of grit, you're gonna go do something great, and you realize that when you start to create that company, you fast forward 15 years later, and for the first time we took capital like 15 years later. I took all the capital that came into the business, reinvested it into our growth strategy. Sure. And so I didn't have any outside capital until much later in the organization. And that same operating agreement that I penned with my legal counsel in 2007 was the governing document for our financial relationship with other investors in 2019. So, you just don't realize the importance of an operating agreement. And I think the main thing for an entrepreneur, somebody that's starting up, is to understand that vital aspect of your business. It really revolves around that OA. That's a shortened term for operating agreement. And that structure and strategy, it governs everything that you do as an entrepreneur, and all the capital that you bring in, how you have capital exit the business, and then it can even govern tax strategy.
Right.
So,
how often would you say, Josh, that it should evolve or be reevaluated? Is it from when you start to scale? Is it when you reach top of scale? Is it you bring people alongside your mission goal, maybe a managerial, not quite a board meeting, but how often should you review these things?
Really, every year.
Yeah.
You should be looking at your operating agreement every year as you continue to scale, because there's a lot of things that change in a calendar year. I didn't, when I started, I didn't really understand the importance of an operating agreement, which is why I'm sharing this information, because it's so critical. Because as you move forward, you start to realize that, again, that governs everything that happens in the organization. So there were certain things in my operating agreement that we created as a template or shell in 2007 that had implications in 2019 or 15 years or whatever it was after. Right. Those are things that if you would evaluate that every year, you would have a much better, cleaner picture of your strategy and your plan and how to.
And it's okay to change.
That's right.
Yeah, it has to change. It has to evolve.
It has to evolve.
Right.
Yeah.
You are, as an entrepreneur, the economy is.
Yeah.
Right. And so is your passion.
Yeah.
Right. And so and so should your pocket. Mm-hmm. Right. And so with that is the people that you bring alongside that drive that mission and that passion to accomplish the ultimate goal. If that's helping people or giving back or being centered around the community, education such as us, leading in terms of people and to financial freedom, if you will.
Yeah.
And so, Josh, listen, I really appreciate your time. Stay tuned, folks. There's more to come.